all day, we don't always notice them. Just taking a deep breath, tuning into your breath, noticing your breath, and moving your attention to your leg. So just noticing how your leg feels. The top of your leg, bottom of your leg, your shins, your calves, your knees, your hips. Just noticing how your whole leg feels. I'd like you now to tune into the next part of your body, noticing maybe your stomach, maybe noticing your chest, beginning to notice your back. Again, noticing as your shoulders and your back move when you breathe in and breathe out. And now moving your attention away, beginning to notice what your arm is like, maybe both arms. Noticing how your upper arm is, your lower arm, maybe your biceps and your triceps. Noticing your elbows, noticing your wrists, noticing your hands, maybe paying attention to your thumbs and the rest of your fingers. Now moving away from your arm, just noticing how both your arms feel. Moving away towards the upper part of your body. So noticing your neck. Maybe moving your head from left to right. Just noticing what your head feels like in this moment. Is there any tension there in your shoulders again? Maybe noticing your face, noticing your chin, maybe noticing your cheeks, noticing your nose, noticing your eyes, noticing your eyebrows. Does anyone notice their eyebrows yet today? Noticing your forehead, noticing the top of your head, and just even noticing how your hair feels. Can you feel the hair in your head? And again, just moving away, just tuning into your breath for one more moment, noticing as you breathe in and noticing as you breathe out. Maybe you become more aware of how your whole body feels after scanning each part like that. How does your body feel today? And again, before we finish this exercise, just noticing your breath again and noticing how you feel. And when you're ready, opening your eyes and coming back into the room. So, well done everyone, and we're going to do the reflections here, and also for mindful helpers at other schools, we're going to do the reflection. So well done everyone for doing a body scan there. I'm just going to ask a couple of people, what did you notice during that exercise? Yeah, what did you notice? Say it again. Can you speak up because it's hard to hear your voice? Ankles, okay, so you noticed your ankles, well done. Okay, yeah. You noticed your hands. Anything you noticed about your hands? Your fingers, well done. Okay, and the back, yeah. They weren't. They just relaxed, so you noticed a change in them. Well done, well noticed. Behind you there, yeah. Okay. And had you noticed that before? No, well done, well noticed. Okay. Okay, so really well done everyone for taking part in that exercise. So for those across the country, we're going to move on to the next exercise now. So this exercise is going to be mindful listening. And I'd like you to use some of the skills you've just learned to do this exercise. So I'm going to ask you to be aware, possibly of how you feel listening to the music. So you might notice emotions or changes in your body. You might just notice the music, and that's absolutely okay. Or you might notice thoughts or judgments about the music. And again, they're just thoughts, so notice them and let them go. I've chosen the song Flight to Paradise by Eric Whitacre because in this song, I think there's 5,905 people singing it. And I think they're from about 101 different countries. So it's a little bit like what we're doing today, except we're all the same country. So maybe next year we'll be doing this with lots of other countries. And if you can, even see if you can notice the different singers. Can you notice any of the 5,905 people singing in this song? Okay, so before we start, I'd just like you again to tune into your posture. So you're sitting up straight, but not too straight. So you're not falling asleep, but you're not uncomfortable. And if you can, close your eyes and just really embrace the music. Okay, so when I count to 3, we're going to play the music. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. for tuning into that. And we're going to do the reflections here and also for teachers across the country. So just want to check in, what did you notice as you were listening to that song? Yeah. Okay, so you were kind of tuning into the visual piece, noticing lots of different people. Yeah. Say that again? Yeah, well noticed. So it starts off dull and grey and then really kind of raises it, it's colourful. Yeah. Okay, well done, noticing you're breathing a bit more as you're doing that. Great. Did anyone notice any physical emotions as they were listening to the song? Yeah. Stress, okay, so you noticed stress. Was there a thought with that? Was there any thoughts with that? Yeah, can you name what it was? Can you name the thought? Say it again. Overworked, okay, well done, well noticed, okay. Great, so well done for tuning into that. Some of you, I think, might have done it, like tuning in listening, and some of you might have tuned into the visual part, and some of you noticed your body. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next exercise for those across the country. Okay. So this exercise is called Leaves on a Stream. And this exercise is really important because it helps us notice that we always have thoughts that come and go, but that we don't have to go with them. So I'm going to ask you to imagine your mind sitting beside a stream and seeing lots of leaves on the stream. So sometimes there might be loads flowing really quickly, sometimes there might just be a few, sometimes there might be a few moments where there's no thoughts, sometimes there might be a really attention-grabbing leaf that's really interesting that you want to look at more. So our thoughts are a bit like those leaves. And in a couple of moments, I'm going to ask you to, every time you have a thought, just to notice that thought and to put it on the leaf, on the stream in your imagination, and just let it flow by. Because our thoughts are a bit like leaves, they can always come and go. We sometimes get hooked on them, or want to have a chat with them, or really notice them. But we don't have to, we can just let them go. So I really want you to notice what it's like to just not have to get into a big conversation with your thoughts, but just to watch them float on by. Does that make sense? Yeah, it makes a bit more sense as we do it as well. Okay. So if everyone can tune in to their posture again, so maybe if you're sitting forward, maybe just sit up a little bit more straight. Or if you're feeling sleepy and you want to put your head on the desk, try not to. Try to just do the opposite of that for a few moments. I know you guys have been up really, really early. Okay. And if you can, I'd like you to close your eyes or have a heavy lidded gaze. Okay. And maybe again, just tuning into your breath for a few moments to help you be in the present moment. And now imagine that you're sitting on the bank of a stream and there are leaves floating past. And I'd like you to begin to put thoughts that you have on the leaf. So a thought can be, I have no thoughts, or what am I supposed to do? Or thoughts can be about what happened earlier, or about the future. Just notice the thought and let it go on the leaf in your mind. You might right now have no thoughts, because sometimes when we're asked to notice our thoughts, our mind goes a bit blank. And that's okay. Just notice that. Some of you may have a very busy mind. And if the leaves and the stream are flowing quickly, just notice how busy your mind is. Try to put your thoughts on a leaf and letting them flow by. This exercise is not about trying to control your mind, waiting for positive thoughts or good thoughts. It's just noticing whether the thought is positive or negative, putting on the leaf and letting it go, letting it flow by. You might notice a thought that's really interesting to you, that you kind of want to look at and think about. So if your mind is wandering and begun to do that, just notice that. That's okay. That's what our mind does. But noticing that and maybe then letting it go and putting it on a leaf and letting it go by. If it's a really thought-grabbing one, it might come back. And if it does, that's okay. Just notice it's come back and try to let it go again. And again, if your mind has wandered, just gently, non-judgmentally, just bring it back. That's what our mind does. Our minds often are so busy, they distract us. So in a few moments, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes and come back to me. So when you're ready, just letting go of your last thought, placing on the leaf, going back into the room. Okay. So I'm going to just check in with everyone here, and just for mindful teachers and helpers, maybe to do the reflection as well. So I'm just going to check in with everyone here. What did you notice about your thoughts during that exercise? Or what did you notice about that exercise? Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. Yeah. Yeah, well noticed. And that can be a bit like our mind sometimes. Yeah, excellent, well done. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, and that again, so some leaves fall and some leaves don't. Well done, well noticed. Any other thoughts or observations during that exercise? Yeah. Say it again. Okay, so you tuned into the watching of the leaves. Yeah, well done. Okay. Did anyone have any sticky thoughts or thoughts that kept coming back? No? Okay. Oh, well done, guys, for doing that exercise. I know that one can be a hard one sometimes. So we're going to move on to the last exercise for everyone here and for everyone across the country. So this is mindfulness of bubbles. So I'm going to talk you through how to become more aware and mindful using bubbles. So if everyone can grab their container and just notice any urge to open it and try not to go with the urge, so be mindful of that urge. Some of you may have already started, but if you can, just go back to putting the wand back in the bubbles container.